What is up, guys? It's Swammer here, back again with some more Great League action. So today I'm going to be going back to the team of Azumarill, Ferrothorn, and Deoxys. I've been using both this team and the Altaria Lantern and Deoxys team quite a lot, and I think I do like this one a little bit better. So just gonna be alternating between those two until I hit rank 7 and get placed, and then I might try and switch it up a bit. But let's go ahead and get into the battles. Yeah, so done 50 matches now as of the time of this video, and I won 37 of them, so it's not a bad start. Here we catch an Azumarill on the lead, and Azumarill mirror matchups, I generally like to bubble all the way up to a Hydro Pump, soak whatever charge move they throw at me with the Azumarill, and then swap into Deoxys. And that leaves me with a lot of loaded energy. And since it's so often Hydro Pump, Azumarill is better able to tank that than anybody else on my team. So this lets Deoxys come in at even energy and gives me a lot of loaded energy on Azumarill for when it comes back in. So they're getting off another charge move here. It is a Hydro Pump, so that was definitely a good shield on my part. Going to be building up. I did manage to get them to use a shield on the first rock slide. I don't think they're going to be using one here. They do. They actually go double shields, so this is really interesting. At this point, I'm fine to let this Hydro Pump hit me. So now I'm going to go ahead and go for Psycho Boost, just getting as much counter damage as I can in before then. So go for the Psycho Boost. Does a good amount of damage, and the Deoxys is going to go down. Can't quite get the Psycho Boost off again there, but we're going to come in now with our Ferrothorn and just start farming on energy. And they bring in Altaria. So I'm going to go for a Flash Cannon. I probably only needed to do the Power Whip here, but the Flash Cannon will do about half. Going to swap then into Azumarill and drop the Ice Beam, and that's going to take out the Altaria instantly. So definitely good that I got rid of those shields, because now that Altaria basically wasn't able to do any damage. And so I'm going to build up a little bit more energy since they just dropped the Hydro Pump, and then go for Ice Beam. Ice Beam isn't going to be doing a lot of damage, but it will be enough to take them out. And then we have some energy left over for whatever they've got coming in. So I'm going to go for the Hydro Pump. It is worth it to shield here for me, just to make sure that I do get this Hydro Pump off. Not sure if Mud Bomb would have KO'd, but I didn't want to risk it, because this Hydro Pump's going to be dealing a lot of damage, and then I can just swap into Ferrothorn, and none of Whiscash's moves are going to do enough damage to really pose a threat. So Mud Bomb does a little bit, but we are already at the Power Whip, and this is going to easily take out the Whiscash. That's one of the nice things about Ferrothorn, is that usually the Mud Boys have a way that they can hurt you. So Swampert with Sludge Wave can hurt Meganium, and Whiscash with Blizzard can hurt most grass types, but Ferrothorn actually at least only takes neutral, so that's good. Here we get a Skarmory on the matchup. Skarmory, it's always a little bit tough, because if they correctly shield the Hydro Pump, the matchup becomes very, very close. So let the Sky Attack hit me. I'm going to go straight for the Hydro Pump. Hoping that they don't shield this. I want to get the damage off, and they don't shield, so this is good. Now I'm actually going to be able to just bubble them down. I am going to have to shield this Sky Attack, but this is totally fine, because I'll be able to bubble them down, and I'll have a ton of loaded energy for whatever they bring in. So able to bubble them down, and in comes a Whiscash. So going to go straight for the Hydro Pump. I probably should have gone for Ice Beam, knowing that they will shield here, but it's totally fine. We are going to force them to use energy. I don't think I would have been able to get to a second Ice Beam anyways. So the Mud Bomb takes us out, and now we can come in with Ferrothorn. And no matter what this is, I want to mirror the switch, because I really want that matchup of Whiscash against my Ferrothorn. So Defense Deoxys mirror matchup is totally fine. Just going to be going for Rock Slides. Hoping that we can get them to use their last shield, but if they don't, that's also fine. And really, we just need to make sure that we don't let Whiscash come in and farm up a bunch of energy. So they go for a Rock Slide. We're going to go for a Rock Slide as well. And they don't shield. So we're actually going to go straight for the Psycho Boost now, knowing that they would get to another Rock Slide first. So we are able to get to the Psycho Boost, and they don't shield. So this is good. We can just swap into Ferrothorn now, and going to be able to go for the Power Whip. My opponent probably isn't even going to shield because this is GG. Yeah, so they don't even shield. They just accept that Ferrothorn is going to be able to win that matchup. So good matchup there. Able to capitalize on winning that switch advantage at the beginning and get the matchups I wanted in the end there. All right, jumping into the third match, we get an Altaria lead, so this is very favorable for us. Altarias, if they're staying in, often try to swap out on the Ice Beam, so I always like to hold off on the charge move until I see what they are bringing in. So they do Sky Attack, and then indeed they do swap. So I'm going to go ahead and go for the Hydro Pump against this Jirachi. And Jirachi is actually a bit of a problem for my team. I don't really have a great answer. I'm going to go into Deoxys. In hindsight, it's possible that Ferrothorn would have been better, especially because I don't want that Ferrothorn to end up against Altaria. But the counter is going to be dealing neutral damage. Rock Slide is going to be resisted. I'm going to have to throw up a shield here to make sure that Doom Desire doesn't take me out too soon. So we are getting off a Rock Slide now. And this isn't going to deal a lot of damage, but hopefully we can get a shield. And we do get a shield. They definitely thought it was a Thunderbolt. So we're going to let this Doom Desire take us out. That's totally fine. And then we're going to come in with Ferrothorn because it's going to resist the Confusion damage and the Doom Desire damage. And then they actually swap into Altaria. So that's really good for us because we can bring in our Azumarill. We are going to have to shield the Sky Attack because it would leave us dangerously low, and we need to make sure that we get off this Ice Beam. And then we're going to be able to just about take out the Altaria with this Ice Beam. Yeah, so it gets it very, very low. One more bubble, which is actually great for us. And then in comes it's a Vaporeon in the back. So this is looking okay for us. Was trying to get to the Ice Beam just to do a little bit of chip damage, but they get to the Aqua Tail first. So that's totally fine. And then I'm just going to go straight for Power Whips here. Both Vaporeon and Jirachi have a fair bit of health, but the Power Whip's going to deal enough damage that I'm able to take them out. Yeah, so the Power Whip's not very effective, but it's so efficient on energy, it's so strong that even though it's resisted, it is able to do quite a bit of damage to the Jirachi, and then we resist the Doom Desires, so it's not dealing a ton of damage back, and we were able to pull that one out. Okay, so good 3 matches so far. Get into the 4th match now, and we come up against a Lantern on the lead. So this is not good. We need to get out of this as soon as we possibly can. I'm going to swap straight into Deoxys, and he's staying in, which is interesting. He's been building up a lot of energy, so I think this is Hydro Pump, so I go ahead and shield. And it is a Hydro Pump. That's really good for me to block the Hydro Pump. It will deal a lot of damage. Going for the Rock Slide now. This is going to deal neutral damage, but we actually get a shield, so that's pretty good for us. Going to go for another Rock Slide now. This one they let go through, so that's good as well. Another charge move coming in. I think this is going to be a Thunderbolt, so I don't shield. It is a Thunderbolt, so that's really good for us. We're going to be able to get to the Psycho Boost now. To take out the Lantern. I probably could have made it to Rock Slide. I was just worried that they were getting close to another Thunderbolt and wanted to make sure that I got switch advantage. And then they've got a Cherrim coming in. So Cherrim is actually a big problem for my team because the Weather Ball Fires are going to be dealing a lot of damage to Ferrothorn, and obviously Azumarill will take super effective damage from the Solar Beam. But we managed to get it low, so that just one Ice Beam will take it out. So I have to shield this because they definitely have enough energy for Solar Beam, but it's a Dazzling Gleam, which is really interesting. So going for the Ice Beam now, this is going to be taking out the Cherrim. Guys, on Cherrim, you definitely want to be running Weather Ball Fire and Solar Beam. That's definitely going to be your best set. and give you the best chance of winning. So flash cannoning coming from the Registeel, that's totally fine. We're going to be able to get to the Hydro Pump, which is going to be dealing a lot of neutral damage. We get to the Registeel to half health, and we are going to force him to use another charge move on us. And he actually quits the match here because there really was no way that he was going to be able to take out our last Pokemon as well. All right, 4 matches in, getting into the last one. It might be my last rank 5 match, I'm not sure. So, jumping into the 5th match, and we get matched up against a Shiftry. So this is not good for us. We have to swap instantly into Deoxys. Deoxys is going to be taking super effective damage from the Snarls and the Foul Play, but fortunately for us, Counter is going to be dealing super effective damage back, and they actually swap into Azumarill. So this is good for us. We can potentially win this matchup because we were able to correctly predict the Ice Beam there and get a significant energy advantage. So we're going to be using another Rock Slide here, able to get them fairly low. Going to go for the Psycho Boost. I don't think this will take them out, but we might get a shield. And we do get a shield, so this is good for us. We're going to be able to get them a little bit lower. They've got to use some energy to make sure I don't get to another Psycho Boost. It's another Ice Beam, and now Ferrothorn can come in and farm up some energy. So they actually bring in the Shiftry, and we're going to go for the Flash Cannon. No need to mess around with a bait here. And this is great because we definitely didn't want that Shiftry against our Azumarill in the back. So they go for the Foul Play. I probably should have shielded that, to be honest. Shiftry is going to be dealing a lot of damage. So I'm going to go for the Flash Cannon again now to take out the Shiftry. And now we've got 2 shields left, and we just have a Bastiodon to take care of. So you guys will notice there that I actually got to the Power Whip, but it wasn't registering. That's because with Season 2, it appears that under-tapping is back, so that's definitely going to be something that you have to take into account. Here they swap into Azumarill, which is fine. I can just use an Ice Beam to take it out quickly. And then we're going to get to the Hydro Pump here to take out the Bastiodon or get it very, very low. Yeah, get it very low, and we're going to be able to bubble down now. We can shield this Smackdown, or this Stone Edge, sorry. And then we're just about 2 bubbles away from taking it. So that was good there. So back to undertapping. Undertapping is basically something that used to be something that you had to do in PvP, but then they had changed it. Basically what happens is the energy from your fast move isn't recognized until the end of your fast move animation. And as a result, the game has already queued up your next fast move. So it means that you're actually going to do 1 extra fast move before you can get off your charge move, which is very important for people that have long animations like confusion users, and if you're in a matchup that's going to be tight and whoever gets the charge move off first is going to win, which is especially common in mirror matchups. So this is definitely something to take into account, and the way that you can get around it is by when you get to the last fast attack that is going to get you to the energy, you just tap the once, and then you don't tap again until the energy is registered, and then you tap your charge move. So definitely something to keep in mind. A lot of the times it won't matter, but just in case it does, wanted to give you guys all a heads up. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.